Good morning, everyone. My name is Soujanya, a research scholar in the Davanagere University, and also I'm assistant professor in SVASA University, Bangalore. And my research guide is J.K. Raju, sir. This paper has been presented. The title is a study on crypto investment trends in the digital age, the impact of online information on risk perception. I'm presenting this paper in the 22nd International Conference on Sustainable Development 2025, which is going to be held on September 3rd and 4th. So why I have taken this study, just going to the background of the study is the many information which we are hearing about the crypto investment that is based on some of the online sources information, let's like Telegram, Twitter, Facebook. So these are from these sources we are getting the information about the crypto investment in India. And we are getting influenced to invest that. So we are studying here how these perceived risk and the perceived value, two are the major factor we are taking, how this two factor are influencing crypto investors with the influence of the social, whatever the social instrument we are getting through the social channels. So here in the parallel with this growth, investors are increasingly depending on the digital platform such as the telegrams and the Twitter. But in this study, I'm only taking the channel as a telegram to collect the information. So these channels provide the immediate and widespread access to the insight, and they are also there are many chances of the misinformation there in the cases. So how to deal with this? How the these behavior perceived risk and the perceived value will change the investor behavior to invest in the crypto investment. So coming to the research gap based on the various studies, some of the gaps we have identified in this study. This is the limited understanding of how online information impact investors' perception and decision making. So this is the major challenges or the gap is there in this areas, that we have only limited information or the incomplete information we are gathering, and based on those incomplete information we are going to invest in the crypto market. So awareness or the we call it as a financial literacy is very less in the investors, so that they are getting influence with these channels. So here we are taking the financial literacy and perceived value is the two major factor to come to the conclusion how these are affecting the investors' behavior and their investing decisions. Moreover, the influence of some of the demographic factors also we have taken. So what type of the, male or the female, so gender is the main demographic factor we have taken, their income, their education level. So the demographic factors also, how these are affecting the, or how it is influencing the investors' decision. This two gap we have taken majorly to study this topic. So coming to the objective of the study is to examine how the financial literacy, perceived value and perceived risk and some of the demographic factors are affecting the adoption of crypto investments by using the social platforms like the Telegram or the Twitters. To achieve these objective, we have some questions, research questions. So first question is based on the financial literacy, value and risk, how it is influencing the adoption of the investors. And second one is the how demographic factor that is influencing demographic factor in the sense the gender or their education level, their income level, their age. So these factor how it is helping the investors in the case of adopting the crypto investment. So some of the literature review we have done on this topic. So mainly the financial literacy becomes the major factor here. Who are financial literacy means how much they are aware about this market, by what are the sources they are aware getting these information. So these are all some of the factor which we have studied. And the online information. So in our country, this study has been very less, but in other countries we have taken this literature review. There they have taken the social platforms like the Reddit and the Twitter, but here we have taken as only the Telegram media. So and these media, how these are helping in the crypto market with the high volatility. This is completely a high volatility market. So how the investors are dealing with it, what is their perception or how their behavior is changing to take the decision. And there are very less study has been done on the based on the demographic factors. So that is one of the gap we have found through the literature review. So for that we have taken further. So based on those objectives, we have developed the hypothesis. So first, the two objective hypotheses we have developed. First is the financial literacy or their awareness about the market has no significant impact on the individual's intention to adopt the crypto investment. Second one is the risk has no significant impact on individual intention to adopt the investment. So financial literacy and perceived risk, these are the two variables we have taken in order to how much they are or what is their influence towards adopting the crypto market. So to do this study, we have our methodology is completely on a quantitative research design, which is grounded on a positivist philosophy, and the data collected through the online structured survey, which has Likert scale method. Through the Likert scale method, we have taken the information, and structured questionnaire we have developed three structure. First one is the demographic questionnaire part. Second part is the perceived value, and third part is the perceived risk. These are the three stages we have collected this. Totally 350 people we have sent the questionnaire, and ultimately after filtering everything, 200 valid responses we have got in order to do this through the purposive sampling and the snowball sampling method. And this this data has collected through the Telegram, completely online based method. The questionnaire captured as I told, demographic, financial literacy, values. So these are all the structured questionnaire we have used. After the collecting the questionnaire, we have done the analysis. For the analysis, we have done the structural equational model through the SEM-PLS method and the linear regression to evaluate both the theoretical framework and the demographic influences of the market. So here, finding from the SEM analysis, the structural equational model. So this this indices confirms that the robustness of these are all the variable, the values we have got through our analysis, and we have developed the model, structural equational model. So through this one, we got the results that the financial literacy significantly reduced the risk, while the perceived value enhanced the perceived risk act as a barrier. So this has a negative effect both on the perceived value and the intention. So these are all this findings affirms that the online information plays the mediated through the literacy and risk and the perceived value. This influences adoption behavior within the cognitive behavioral framework aligned with the TAM model, and these UTAUT and the TAM model, both are the model we have taken as a base. So here one extra variable we had mentioned in our analysis as a trust we have taken. So further we have done the regression analysis. This regression analysis confirmed that the mainly we have taken it for the demographic analysis to find out the demographic factor. So education emerged as the strongest predictor. Why? Because as much the investors aware about this market or how much the education awareness they have, based on that they will be taking the decision how to invest and on which condition to invest, what will be the risk factor. Everything they can be able to analyze only when they have the strong knowledge about the market. So these variables counted for the 52% of the variance adoption in the behavior. So by all this, the regression model, the results highlighted that the higher education and income significantly increases the likelihood of the adoption. Means the people who are having the more income and having the more awareness about this market, they are tend to be the taking the decision to invest in this market. Then the discussion part, based on the SEM model and the regression model, we suggest that the online information critically influences the investment decision by shaping the perceived risk and the value. Here, perceived value, we can say it as a investor's evaluation of the benefits and utility they expect to gain from investing in particular market or in particular investment decisions. And the perceived risk, we can define it as the investor's subjective judgment about the uncertainty and the potential negative outcome of investing in the crypto market here. So the demographic insights reveals that the targeted education and awareness program can encourage wider information adopting of the cryptocurrency. Then the coming to the last part conclusion of this study is that the financial literacy play a decisive role in the empowering the investors to better assess the risk and perceived utility of the cryptocurrency, which means we can say that the financial literacy plays a very major role in taking the decision whether to invest or how to invest and what will be their behavior towards the uncertainty when there is in this crypto investment there is a high chances of the risk involved here. So they will be with their awareness of the financial through the financial literacy, they can be able to take the decision how to or how much to adopt, whether to adopt in this market or not. So adoption is significantly driven by the value and the intention, while the financial risk, we can say that it's remain a major deterrent or the demographic factor, particularly education and the incomes further shape the adoption of the trends. So from the perspective of the managerial perspective, the result emphasizes to need for the transparent communication and investor education. So what managerial factor or the implication, we can say that there is a more of the education is required or the awareness is required to the customer investors about these market, and for the regulation for the regulators to finding the stress the importance of the enhancing the digital financial literacy and mitigating the spread of misinformation and the social platform. There is a more chances of the chances of the misinformation or misleading the investors through the social media platform is highly increasing, so that the regulations should be taken so that these misleading information should be reduced. So future work can be done that the framework by integrating the additional construct such as social influence, regulatory awareness, and the technological trust to be provide the more comprehensive and understanding of the cryptocurrency adoption. So we can say that the future work has to be done more on the other factor which we have taken here, perceived value and the risk as the two major factor. Apart from this, other factors to be taken in case of the by taking the decision so that the investors can be aware of it. So thank you very much for giving opportunity to present my research here.